Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. I'm going to do a short video now on how to get the parallel processing modules which you need to create the test unit that you need to plug into the satellite dish on Delta Station Dock. Integral part of the game this, and part of the Marguerite Mader storyline. So let's see how we get these modules, where you find them, and then what you do with them. So starting out from Delta Station Dock, which you should have already found by now, you're going to need some form of conveyance, either a sea truck or at least, at the very least, a sea glide. Sea truck is going to be preferential. You're going to head in a southeasterly to easterly direction, and for that we're going to go and find the Mercury 2 wreckage. Now from Delta Station Dock you would have seen Marguerite Mader jump off the cliff and head in the general direction of where the Mercury 2 wreckages are. I say wreckages because there are going to be two of them. It's split into two, if not 2 to 3 parts. And here you can see we are coming up on the rear, the aft section of the Mercury 2. Now, this section contains 2 of the parallel processing modules that you're going to need to build the test unit. And if you don't know where the test unit is, see my video about Marguerite Mader's base on YouTube, and I'll put it in the comments and also in the cards above. Angle yourself towards the front broken off section of the tail end of the Mercury 2 and head down to the bottom. You can see these lovely magenta glowing thermal vents, so be clear of those because they will cause you a bit of damage. Park yourself underneath. Nice and easy. Now make sure you've got enough water, you've got enough food, and you've got enough inventory space, because there's lots of goodies to pick up in here as well. Also what you're going to need is a cutting tool. If you haven't got one of those, again, see how to get the cutting tool on my videos on YouTube. In the first room you come to, you're going to find a couple of boxes. In those boxes there are going to be some tasty treats such as batteries, which you're always going to need batteries when using tools such as the cutter and the torch. Once you've picked that up and a good look around and orientated yourself, I tend to go back and replenish my oxygen before going across the hallway through the doors and finding the first parallel processing unit door to cut open. This is where you get your cutting tool out and get cutting. Make sure it's nice and charged. Approaching the door, hitting the cut button or the action button will then automatically cut that door off the little hatch, and that will reveal the parallel processing unit. And this will be the first of 2 parallel processing units in this part of the wreckage. Now, this is not actually something that you can pick up. All you'll be required to do is get your scanning tool out and scan the module where it is in situ. So, scanner's out, give it a good scanning, and then it's off to the next item. Now the next item is going to be in the engineering module, and again I started right the way from the beginning where my sea truck was, up through the first room we went to, into the second room we went to, which was where we got the module from, and up through the great big gaping hole in the ceiling. Right, this will take you into another room, in through the gap in the wall, and to a panel. Now I've actually picked this module up before, so it's not going to display, but that's where it generally is. Okay, so again, same as before, nothing to cut open this time. Head towards that panel. If you're running low on air, replenish your oxygen from the oxygen plants, get your scanning tool out and get scanning. And that is the second parallel processing module and how to find it. Now there's 2 more remaining locations where you can find these modules, and they're in the bow section of the Mercury 2, containing the bridge and other items such as the mess room. So we have to go and find the Mercury 2 front part of the ship. Now it's about 327 meters away from the main section where we just came out. So orientate yourself, head up to a southeasterly direction, and before you know it, providing you've got something like a good boost on your sea truck, you'll be able to get there in absolute no time. Now, you only need 3 of these blueprints to make a parallel processing unit, but for the method of completeness, I'm going to show you with 4 of them are. We've just seen 2 in the aft section of the Mercury 2, and coming up to the front section of the Mercury 2, I'm going to show you where they are in this section. So here's the wreckage. You want to position yourself towards the back of the Mercury 2 wreckage, and then orientate yourself when you come inside. There's going to be a few doors that you're going to need to cut open, and there's going to be lots of things in here as well that are going to try and tempt you off your given path of finding the modules. There's going to be things like alien containments and thermal nuclear power plants and boxes that you can cut open that have got nuclear rods in. All these things that are going to fill up your inventory and detract you from getting to those parallel processing units. Always worthwhile carrying a few batteries with you as well, just in case your laser cutter runs out of power, as mine just did, because that would really be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Once you're through that door, you'll find some boxes. In those boxes, open the supply crate and you can pick up some Chinese potatoes, and it's worthwhile finding those Chinese potatoes. They're a good source of food. Stick them in your planter pots, away you go. Make sure you have a good look around, keep an eye on your oxygen as well, pick up as many potatoes as you can, because that's certainly going to help you out. And then once you're in the first room, in through the vent. Follow the vent all the way around and out, and there you'll see another panel on the wall that needs to be cut open, containing parallel processing unit number 3. Now when you cut this door open and you unlock it, you'll have all the sections for the blueprint that you need to create a parallel processing unit. However, right, you might have missed one or not been able to get to a certain area. It might be really frustrating. You might just not be able to get your head around it. In which case then I will show you now how to get up to the bridge section directly from here. Back in through the vents and into the main room. You'll go into another antechamber. Through the door. Here you're going to find the alien containment unit over to the right, and to the right of that you'll find another tunnel to go through, another maintenance tunnel. Follow it all the way around. Keep an eye on that oxygen. There's the original one we found. No dramas there. Through the door. Pick up any ribbon plants that you may require, always good for batteries. You can never have too many ribbon plants in this game. Pop down and you'll be able to replenish your oxygen. Here we are in the mess hall. Any boxes will contain water and food, so if you're running low on rations, make sure you pick those up. And once you've got them, time to replenish some oxygen through the hole in the floor. So, hole in the floor in the mess hall. You'll see loads of scrap metal and other things as well, but there's a nice oxygen plant as well that will generally take you up to a decent level of oxygen, but keep your eye on it anyway. Back up, follow the vines, and find in the mess hall that vent in the ceiling. Follow the vent all the way through, and that will bring you out in the bridge section of the Mercury 2. You'll have another oxygen plant so you can charge up your oxygen, and you want to look in for a center console. Now the center console or the command console will have a pad there as well. Okay, so you'll be able to pick up the pad and get some Mercury 2 lore, as well as replenishing more oxygen from the oxygen plants. So here is the center console. Just round all those vines. There's the pad. And there's the parallel processing module, the fourth one, the fourth location for the module. You can scan it. If you've already got 3, you'll get some titanium instead of the module. But now you've got all the parallel processing items that you need to build the test module. So, I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this video on how to find all the parallel processing units helpful. I've really enjoyed doing it, as I've really enjoyed playing Subnautica anyway. Make sure you don't go running out of air or running out of water or food. And when you go and make these modules, make sure you got the items of gold and silver and table coral by which to produce them. Once you've got them, you can then build the unit, the test unit, and then plug it in to the satellite. And I've got a full video on that as well on YouTube. Thanks very much for watching. Check out for more videos in the series of Subnautica to Subnautica Below Zero, and I'll see you soon.